What is up, guys? Fado82 coming at you today with some Rust gameplay. Wanted to talk about cave bases in Rust and how they become glitched to the point where they can't take damage. So guys, there's a cave base that's built here, and part of it's metal, part of it's stone. It really doesn't matter, but none of the parts of the base can take damage at this time. So I'm going to switch over to a melee weapon and just show you if we hit the particular pieces, whether it be the door, the wall, the steps, and it doesn't matter if it's stone or if it's metal, it takes absolutely no damage from melee weapons. Now, I have not tested this with other types of weapons as well, so I'm going to go ahead and switch over to an assault rifle, and we'll go ahead and see on a part that doesn't have a lot of damage here. For instance, we'll try the steps here. It's taking absolutely no damage no matter how many bullets we pump into it. And it's this case all around the base itself. They have a lot of bear traps down there. As you can see, these people are probably trying to prevent against raiders. Rock bases or cave bases rather, are pretty nasty in terms of if you get up under the foundations there, you can sometimes see into the base and sometimes glitch up into it. So I don't blame them for putting down the particular bear traps. Not sure why I wasn't able to set the bear trap off, but that is an interesting thing to test as well. Typically by shooting a bear trap, you'd be able to set it off. But it looks as though in rocks, you also cannot damage the bear traps. That is an interesting concept. So we're not able to set the bear trap off unless we walk on it. I wasn't aware of that in the cave bases, but that's interesting to note as well. Didn't mean to digress, but I think that's good to be aware of as well. Let's go ahead and see if C4 will get us inside the base. I'm hoping that it can, otherwise it would mean that a base inside a cave is literally unraidable at this point. So we'll go ahead and put one C4 charge on there. We'll see if it does some damage. And it definitely did. It took out their steps. My goal is not to raid their base, but was just to see what could be used to get into it. So we can see that C4 is still able to be used on a rock base, but it is impervious to melee attacks and to bullet damage at this point in time. Guys, I'm not sure why that's the case with rock bases. I'm sorry, I keep saying rock bases, but cave bases. I'm not sure why cave bases become glitched out like this. I'm not sure if part of the game thinks it's somehow part of the rock and not necessarily part of the cave itself. But you'll notice that down here on the steps that are outside of the particular cave, it is taking the damage as would normally be the case. So it's only the parts that are built inside the housing of the rock itself, or the cave itself. Just wanted to make you guys aware of this. It's very strange, and hopefully they'll correct that in the future. But right now, cave bases are only raidable through C4, and if you're the first on the server and you rush to get to a cave, you can sometimes have an upper advantage to doing that. Hope this video guide was helpful. If you guys have any more information on why cave bases are this way, please leave it in the comments. Let's try to get a discussion going on this so we can give feedback to the developers. I'm sure they're aware of it, but I wanted to make other players aware of it as well. Alright guys, this is Fado82. Peace.